Yo, Jalen Brack quit WoW as the president. Asmongold reacted to it, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on that because I haven't watched this video yet.
Well.
What the fuck? He's got the fucking ears on. Dude, he's been spending too much time in that game. I'll be honest, it's been fun to watch him play, but goddamn, bro, enough is enough.
Pretty interesting day already. I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna stream today, you know?
Dude, it is so nice to see him fucking happy. Like, holy shit. Hold on, let me get my webcam moved. There it is.
Oh, I could just sit on my room and jerk off all day. I could do whatever I wanted. But I went and I looked on the internet. I went and I looked on that internet thing and I saw the news. I saw what's been happening. J. Allen Brack, Jab, the previous president of Blizzard Entertainment, is stepping down as president.
I mean, yeah, it had to happen, right? It had to fucking happen. You're the president. It happened on your watch. Yeah, it had to happen. I don't think that he's a bad person. He just probably is just a nerd who just got too far up the chain and didn't understand things, and maybe got a little overwhelmed. I think he was just too good at his job for too long and ended up in a position that maybe he didn't need to be in, and it is what it is.
If you guys can fucking believe that. Now, I want to say, guys, I told you so. I fucking told you guys this shit was gonna happen.
Yeah, of course he was gonna go.
I said for sure. I'm like, this shit is gonna happen 100% because, like, listen, here's the way I've always looked at J. Allen Brack. I don't think, like, I know that, like, the think you do but you don't, like, statement there, it was, like, really bad. Everybody got mad about it.
Oh, dude, that was fucking bullshit. That was so condescending. I wanted to fucking throat punch the guy. I was like, I'm paying you fucking money. You're gonna say that shit to me? Go fuck yourself, dude.
But I don't really care about that. Like, that's the truth. I don't give a shit about that. It doesn't matter to me. What I really cared about way more was the game afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Even the Hong Kong thing. Like, the Hong Kong thing, in my opinion, it was stupid in a way, but the reality is that, like, every other company fucking cucks out for China too, because they want to make a lot of money. The only thing that I didn't like about the J. Allen Brack stuff is that they didn't just that they addressed it in the first place, right? If you're gonna make a whole lot of fucking money and you're gonna say, hey, listen, we don't really care about human rights that much because this is a lot of money and we just, you know, we want the money and we don't care about the people. Like,
just be fucking honest about it. But if you can be honest about it, you're gonna have lawsuits, so that's not really a thing either.
Just fucking say that, you know, or just imply that with your actions, but don't go and fucking make these statements and make all these, you know, all these fucking.
Well, they kind of did with the Hong Kong thing, right? Because they took away his prize money, and they they were gonna like basically make it so that he didn't win, and then everybody got pissed off and they gave it all back, I think. But yeah, I mean, like they did, but with their actions, they did make their stance pretty clear, and then everybody was like, hey, you guys are wrong, and they're like, oh shit, okay, my bad.
Grandstanding, you know, high and mighty opinions, and then go and turn around and do something different, right? Like, that's what I didn't like about it. The point that I'm making here is that I don't think J. Allen Brack is a bad guy. I don't think he's the terrible person that everybody might imagine him. I honestly think that J. Allen
Dude, the ears
Brack
are killing me.
is probably just a guy that worked on WoW for a long time, and they put him in a position where he didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Right.
He couldn't solve the problems. He was probably too nice of a guy, and it didn't work. Because, like, you look at Bobby, man.
Well, because he's a fucking nerd making a video game. Like, what do you expect? He's probably fucking pretty happy about it.
Bobby's a fucking shark. Like, you look at Bobby, and you know that motherfucker's a shark. And J. Allen Brack, you look at J. Allen Brack, it's like, nah, this is the guy that runs the card shop. Like, you look at this guy, right? Like, this is not what you look at when you think of, like, this guy's a president.
Yeah.
So I do think that J. Allen Brack got really a whole lot of fucking hate for a lot of things that he probably didn't have a lot to do with, and things that he mismanaged by the nature of him just, like, not knowing how to be, like, a
Because he's a nerd working on a video game, man. He didn't. Maybe he did want to be a manager. I don't know. But it's weird. I will say I like J. Allen Brack a little bit better than I like Bobby Kotick. I think Bobby Kotick is one of the big issues in Blizzard. Just because he's so corporate, he's so whatever. I liked his response to the letter and shit, but you know what? Like, I just don't think that Bobby Kotick meant a fucking word he said. To be honest, like I don't think he meant a word of it. I think he's gonna do it because he knows it's the smart thing to do for the company. But like, I would rather see Kotick gone. I'll be honest.
Like a very strong leader, and I think this is
I think
very
he's
important.
Poison.
I don't know how that got there. The reality is that, like, as soon as this stuff broke, I think any reasonable person would have known that J. Allen Brack was not going to be coming out of this.
Yeah.
He's not coming out of this a winner. Let me just go back over here, and I'm going to read the actual the tweet itself. Blizzard president J. Allen Brack is leaving the company. So it's not like he's stepping down to another position. It's not like he's doing anything else like that.
Oh, he's gone.
He is leaving the company. He is gone. He is yeeted and deleted. Activision Blizzard just told staff. Jen O'Neill and Mike Ybarra will take over as co-leaders of Blizzard. Filed for Bloomberg Terminal. Story will be live shortly. This culture comes to cultural reckoning at Blizzard, wake of California lawsuit 2 weeks ago alleging discrimination at the company. Activision Blizzard president Daniel Algri said in an email that Brack was leaving the company to pursue new opportunities. Until 2018, Mike Morhaime was CEO. When Brack took over, he was president. Now O'Neill and Ybarra are described as
co-leaders. I don't know how I feel about having two of them. I guess it doesn't really matter. Divvying up the power even more seems better. Because, I mean, all this happened because some people had way too much power and they lost track of their morals. So maybe this is good. Maybe this is just exacerbating the problem. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know enough about these people to really make an intelligent decision.
As co-leaders, I think this is kind of a... I think that co-leaders usually works whenever there's 3 people and not 2.
Yeah.
Like, just because, like, that way you can create majorities for things. But sometimes I guess it might work with 2. But I do think that generally, yeah, it's co-op. Yeah, co-leader is no leader. Well, I think that it was very obvious that they wanted to do something and they needed to. Because here's the thing, right? Is that today is the Activision Blizzard earnings report, and this is something that they have to disclose publicly to the people. They have to disclose this to the people and tell them basically, like, okay, this is how the company is doing, etc. Yes, it's today. It is today, gentlemen. I don't know what they're going to say. I really have no idea. But what I do know is that it's going to be very, very. It's going to be very important. Let's just say that.
Dude. Can you fucking imagine being one of those people and that fucking thing just like, don't call on me. I have nothing to say. Like, fucking, don't fire me, please.
Check stocks. I will check the stocks. I'll check it right now. Yep. This is not, it's not good. Let's just say that. It's certainly not good. I mean, obviously, this is a really bad time for Blizzard. And I think this is going to be the case for a number of months here at the minimum. So anyway, let's go back. We're going to read the article here. We're going to see what it is. Blizzard president J. Allen Brack's leaving the company, cultural reckoning, lawsuit alleging sexual discrimination and harassment. Brack's departure was disclosed in an email to staff on Tuesday, which was reviewed by Bloomberg. Brack will be replaced by Jen O'Neill and Mike Ybarra, both the new co-leaders of Blizzard. Their shares were down more than 4% in the first hour of trading on Tuesday. That's a lot.
Jesus Christ,
Blizzard, maker of Warcraft and Diablo games, was main subject of accusations contained in the lawsuit. Still, Brack came over intense scrutiny after the complaint was filed over his leadership style. A video of Brack and company event in 2010 resurfaced on...
Dude, so I playing WoW a little bit this week, and people are pretty fucking concerned. People are thinking the game's gonna shut down.
Social media, showing him on a panel of colleagues, often questioned women, sexualization of female characters. Yeah, I always thought this was stupid and it didn't matter. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I saw this clip, I thought it was stupid. I think this is like... to me, it's just, in my opinion, I think that, like, yes, it was rude for them to do that. They should not have done that, etc. But I find it to just be so incredibly fucking disingenuous to act like chainmail bikinis or Victoria's Secret models wearing, like skimpy clothes in video games is even in the same universe as actually touching and harassing.
Yeah, because it discredits what actually happened. That makes total sense. The whole idea that having sexualized female characters to sell copies of a game or to sell content in a game is the same thing as actually sexually harassing people. Like, regardless whether it should be done or not, and I'm in favor of it because I like it. But uh, saying that it's even in the same realm as fucking sexual harassment is just incredibly disrespectful to actual sexual harassment issues.
A real person. Like, it's crazy to me to even create the correlation there. I think it's fucking ridiculous. Let's see here.
Well, it's not a real thought, and that's the thing. It's not a real thought. It's people trying to get, people trying to win an argument, people trying to push a narrative of I'm right, you're wrong, shut up, and so they're going to use this issue to be like, well, if you don't agree, then you're in favor of sexual harassment or sexual abusement. And it's just it's not even an actual fucking thought. That's why you can't make the correlation there. It's because somebody wasn't looking at, is this sexual harassment? They were looking at, how do I win this fight? It's posturing.
An Activision game studio called Vicarious Visions before joining Blizzard as an executive in January. Ybarra worked at Microsoft Corp for nearly 20 years and managed Xbox services before going to Blizzard in 2019. In the statement, Brack said his successors can be trusted to lead with the highest levels of integrity and commitment to the components of our culture that make Blizzard so special. I think this is probably bad language. Why would he say that these people can lead their culture whenever they've only been there for 2 years? I think that's just that's stupid to say. So I want to talk a little bit about the two guys, the two people, a girl and a guy.
I mean, it doesn't make any
put
sense.
In charge here, and what I think this is going to be. At least one of the guys, Mike Ybarra, actually plays the game, including the ones he's supposedly in charge of. What's this here? This is fun, even though I was half asleep at the late hour. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Take a look at this. All 8 Mythic plus 20s done. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine a
higher than I'm doing.
That works at Blizzard who actually tweets about playing the game. Like, I cannot even, like, really, an actual player of the game. An actual player of the game. Like,
his fucking chat saying that he bought the Mythics.
Like, when do we ever see any of the other devs or any of the other designers tweeting or talking about the game? You see what I'm saying?
Let's see.
Yeah, he does play a warrior. I mean, this guy's great. I mean, everything's gonna be fine, okay? But like, listen, like, yeah, remember whenever Jeff Kaplan was fucking? Remember whenever he was in charge of WoW? He was in charge. Like, man, warriors were fucking great, man. This is looking good. Plus 20. Let's say he's playing with people that are like, and he's the worst player on the team. You still have to be pretty good to be able to get all your plus 20s done this early in the expansion.
You do.
And also,
100%.
It's not even about being good at the game as much as it is about being enthusiastic about it. He's enthusiastic about playing the game enough to where he's talking about it. That's what really fucking matters. Yoshi P is level 80 on all jobs. Black Mage is his main. Yeah, so that's the thing. And so, like, if you play Final Fantasy, you should probably play Black Mage because Black Mage is going to be really good. Like, and that's the thing, right? If you can find out what the lead dev does, like what their class is, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good one, okay? Always just play that one. It's totally fucking fine. But I also want to talk about the idea that these people are not experienced. They do not have a lot of experience at Blizzard or whatever. Good. We've had people that got promoted up because they had experience for a long time. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you don't want people who were already in that cesspool to come back and make the cesspool again.
If they need to do their own, if they have good ideas,
fuck them.
I don't care how much time they've spent doing it beforehand. Like, I would rather have somebody, I'll be honest, I would rather take a random person that got fucking hired, that just graduated game school, like, just like the top half of their class. I would rather take that person and put them in charge of WoW than a lot of the designers that are currently working on the team. Because it's very obvious that they don't know what they're doing. I actually think this is good, because this is And this is something that I've heard a lot internally from Blizzard, okay? And I might not probably be supposed to say this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Blizzard has had a big problem for many years of people being promoted up because of seniority and seniority only.
I hate that shit, dude. Just because anybody can show up to fucking work, well, not anybody, but some people can show up to fucking work for 10 years and think that they know a goddamn thing about anything, and then they show up and they don't do they fuck it up all the damn time, but they don't do enough to get fired. That doesn't mean you're good. But doing enough to not get fired means you do enough to not get fired. Just because you've been the fucking D class, the fucking bench warmer for a decade, does not mean that you deserve a fucking higher level pay. It's so stupid, man. Fucking Fred Meyer does this shit, and you know exactly who the fuck is gonna be the next fucking grocery manager 10 days out, even if it's from another fucking store, because all you gotta do is look and see who the manager friends are and how long they've been with the company. Those are the two fucking criterias. Not how good you are at your job, not how good you are at customer service, not how good you are at, like, controlling shrink or any of that kind of shit. No, fuck that. It's who you know and how long you've been there. I hate that fucking structure, dude. It's toxic.
And if these people know what they're doing and these people can actually make the company better, I don't care how long they were working there. Like, for example, the EverQuest devs had tons of experience, and Jeff Cap...
So they lied. They lied then. They said it was merit-based, right? And unless I'm fucking forgetting, I think that they said it was merit-based. It's not.
Didn't have any, but he came on the WoW team and he made a better game than they could ever make. So just keep that in mind. I don't take experience very seriously whenever somebody has experience in failure. Okay. Timeline that'll help clarify some things. Sure. 2007, 2008, Activision and Vivendi Games, Blizzard merge. Blizzard largely felt autonomous. 2013, Bobby Kotick buys out Vivendi and seizes total control. Okay, so it's in 2013. So let's look at it. In 2013, okay, so Bobby Kotick buys them right here, and now it's right here.
God
right?
damn.
I mean, before the thing. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, I mean, that's pretty fucking big. That is really, really, really fucking big.
Hold on, though. Hold on. Don't give him too much fucking credit, because that's also Call of Duty and all that other bullshit, too.
Hey, like, they're not getting rid of Bobby. Bobby's here to stay. And
Bobby
whether you like him or
off.
not, that doesn't matter. Because the investor...
Dude, fuck Bobby. Fuck Bobby. Fuck Bobby. Get rid of that piece of shit. Oh, I hate him, dude. And that's not even fucking fair, because there's all those other goddamn games. Like, let's be honest. If it was just Blizzard, their fucking stock would be jack shit right now. It would be cheap as fuck. The only reason is because Activision, you know, Activision's other licenses are you know, carrying everybody. But it's not like Bobby is the one fucking doing shit, or Activision's the one doing shit. It's just WoW isn't being shown in its own capacity right now, which is good for WoW. But honestly, like, dude, fuck this shit.
They love them. 2018, 2017, with Blizzard revenues tanking,
Fucking
Activision
bullshit.
starts pushing the company to cut costs, produce more games at a faster pace. Morheim, sick of Kotick, resigns. Brack takes over. 2018, 2020, Blizzard's reputation smacked by Diablo Immortal, Blitzchung, and Warcraft 3 Reforged. 2019.
Oh, dude, their reputation was smacked then. Woo! There's a long road ahead of you.
In present, Activision begins eliminating and consolidating many of the Blizzard non-game dev roles, closing offices in France and the Netherlands. Lawsuit reveals Blizzard's had problems with sexual discrimination for years. Today, Kotick outs Brack, which also both shows he's taken action and gives him an opportunity to exert even more control over Blizzard's operations.
Yup.
It sounds like this timeline reminds me of like fucking Emperor Palpatine's rise to power in Star Wars.
Cause he fucking
like that's what it really reminds me of. Yeah, the fucking Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor is taking over. He's ousting all of the other people, and he's taking over and doing this shit.
Never
it's really
let a
funny for me to see
waste,
this. Unlimited power, exactly. And to be determined whether Blizzard will become a healthier workplace for women, but it will definitely become a very different company. Well, I think that's a good thing. In my opinion...
Dude, Different is not always good, okay? It needs to be good, not different. God damn, we've been dealing with different for so fucking long. Fucking, having sexual abusers in your office in the gaming industry, hopefully, is different. It's not good. We need good, not fucking different. Like, don't even start with me on this shit.
It used to be that Blizzard never misses, and recently, Blizzard's never hit.
That's true.
Like, they've just gotten everything wrong. Like, they've gotten everything wrong. Like, from, like, PR, from, like, the game content, from fucking everything. Like, Warzone, you're right, but that was not Blizzard. Like, no, that was fucking Activision 100%. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of wrap everything up, then we're gonna move on and talk about some other stuff, too. J. Allen Brack, to a pretty large degree, I think is kind of to a certain level a fall guy for this. I think it's partially his fault, but ultimately, you know, it's his responsibility, not necessarily his fault. I don't think he necessarily did a lot of these things, unless I could be wrong. But, you know, he is the president. It is his responsibility. The company has been going downhill in multiple ways for years. And at a certain point, whenever you're the president and your company continues going downhill for so many years, it's time to get a new president.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. I don't think he's this terrible, awful person.
No.
I think at worst, he's an asshole, and at best, he's incompetent. Like, that's basically it. He's a nice guy who just gets rolled over by Bobby Kotick and, you know, like, doesn't do what he needs to do.
Dude, I think that's 100% what it is. Dude, Kotick is actually the fucking, like, he's actually fucking Emperor Palpatine. Like, 100% that's true. He's gonna be what fucking kills WoW, dude. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna be what kills WoW. I fucking hate Bobby Kotick.
Kind of worried Ian might get canned.
And, like, I'm not saying that Bobby Kotick is it. Okay, I am saying that, but, like, anybody like him in the industry is bad. Okay, not just him. Anybody like him is bad.
I don't think Ian should get canned, but I think somebody new should be the game director. I don't think Ian is a good game director. I think Ian knows about raids, and he knows a lot about raids. He's very good at making raids, and everything outside of the raids has languished and died. The reason is, like, yes, Ian is a god of fucking raid design, but he is awful at doing anything else besides that. Needless to say, while firing is definitely arguable with a PR move, it's very...
Well, like, can you blame him? Because he's focused all his attention on the stuff that, like, he knows how to do. So whenever they're like, how are you going to save WoW? He's going to be like, raids. And they're going to be like, how are we going to cut costs? He's going to be like, well, I can still make the raids with this amount of people. So they're like, okay, use that amount of people. Like, I don't know, man.
Very least, I'm hopeful the person taking charge now is actually invested in the game. Maybe
Ian's
over the coming years we'll see improvement with the game. Yeah, I mean, for a WoW player, this is, in my opinion, the best news that you could possibly get. The person that thought Classic WoW was going to fail is gone, and a person that replaces him is somebody who actively plays the game at an extremely high level.
Yes.
Like, this is the best news that you could possibly get.
Sure. Thank God. Thank God somebody actually plays the fucking game. That was a long video. Holy shit.